Should I have uploaded this video last week? Yeah, probably, but it is important to stick to a schedule, kids. Hello everyone, welcome to the Anime Void. I'm Brian, your host, and today I'm going to be reviewing the anime Fate Grand Carnival, which is the spiritual successor to Carnival Phantasm.
Okay, it's been 10 years, and here's all the messages we got from the Carnival! You mean Grand Order, don't you?
Now, because of the nature of this anime, basically being only 2 episodes, this is going to be a rather short video, so if you feel like watching more from me, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I am getting so close to 1,000 subscribers. I'm so excited. Anyway, for the anime itself, there's no actual plot. It's just more various scenarios happening. You could say that it follows the life of your average Fate Grand Order player as they're playing the game, with the general perception of the absolute shenanigans that goes on, only slightly exaggerated as it also harkens to a lot of the perception players have as shown through memes and art and what have you. Such examples of this include having an absolutely unhealthy attachment to a certain character within the game, to the point where everything goes into this character. But honestly, who cares about what anyone says about your obsession of them, because they're special, you love them, and they're yours, so screw everyone else.
Obtaining carrots for red hair is the highest priority above everything else.
Another example is seldomly using most of the low rarity servants and instead doing just the meta support and meta DPS for maximum efficiency until they die. And then pretty much perma-banning any servant that gets bond 10 pre-Lantern Days, and how they react to being benched like that. Just things of that nature that hit really close to home and are fun to play around with, because we've all been there on some level. Either we've experienced it through the memes, or we've been this kind of person ourselves while playing the game and having these thoughts as well. And on top of that, it is filled with the high-octane Fate Grand Order nonsense that is generally within the game's events. Hell, the anime starts off with a Nerofest-esque event with all the servants battling to the death, more or less, trying to survive, with all of the just gags and goofs and fan service that we could possibly want. And I do mean fan service in a more general sense. You know there's a sexy kind of fan service, but most of the fan service is just the lighthearted kind, where it's just like, yes, we're servicing the fans and making these references and jokes.
They killed Kuchulain! You bastards!
This is definitely a series I want to see more of. I really wish they would do it like once a year. That'd be so good, so smart. Build up the cast and have like these fun interactions and hit on like heights of memes that happen during the year. There is a very good market for this, for a very long running series. But again, once a year would be enough. It's just such a good love letter to not only the fans, but the game itself. And I do have to say that my favorite segments in the anime are the Moriarty scenes.
Have more faith in the strength of your family ties. As fathers go, you are both kind and understanding.
The man gives weirdly good advice, but delivers it in the most sinister and evil way possible. It is done so well to fit his character. And sure, his advice was taken and applied very poorly, but I'm pretty sure that's not his fault, I think. But on the note of that delivery, the English dubbing is actually very good in this. I would say it's like 99% great. There are some voices I wasn't expecting, but once I heard them in English, it's like, yeah, I can see this. Yes, this works. And I'm just so happy that so many characters now have English voices. But again, there are some that didn't fit right to me, like Carmilla's, for example.
Hey, little girl. Why are you the only one getting special treatment around here?
I don't know, it just didn't sit right. But that said, it was only like a line or two, so I don't really feel comfortable fully judging it. A lot of the characters didn't have that many lines, it was just one or two. So any ones that feel not as great, I don't feel like judging too harshly. But I swear, Shuten Doji could read a phone book, and I would still be aroused.
Ibaraki, you're always so opinionated. Should we take things into our own hands?
The last thing I'll say is something that's more of a nitpick. There's nothing really wrong about it. And I've seen people share this sentiment too, and I'm so glad that Gadako, the female version of Ritsuka Fujimaru, finally gets a time to shine. That said, I would like to see her in more serious roles, because it's either this or the Rio comics that mostly feature her. And yes, she is in the Epic of Remnant manga. And that brings me to the next point. I do want her to be the protagonist of Epic of Remnant anime. She's in the manga, so why not the anime? I just want her to have a bit more time to shine. Anyway, with all that said, what do you think of Fate Grand Carnival? Do you want more episodes like I do? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm very interested to find out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time in the void. Later.